Capture 27. The Ritual. With all ingredients, the battle vampires travel as fast as they can to England. Their aim was Stonehenge, to make the ceremony. In the moment Fino and Sam want to start the ban spell, suddenly approximate 100 zombies come from all directions to the stone circle. It was a miracle, but they move and look like normal humans. They only have small wounds and slightly milky eyes. The rest looks good. Their clothes was very clean and washed with a lot of washing powder. The strong smell should obviously cover the start of the rotten flesh. To minimize the smell of death, they used formaldehyde and bleached the open wounds with chlorine bleaching. The chemical kills all bacteria and destroy all odors. The small and large wounds they covered with wound stripes and bandages, or let them disappear with skin-colored silicone. Sam and Fino could smell all that with their vampire super smell. The bandages and wound stripes can't hide the odor. Also the hair of these creatures was very perfect styled, and the men were shaved or wear a very good performed beard. Men and women have make-up in the face and on the throat to cover small wounds. That were the only difference to human, and nobody could see it, but vampires could get the picture. To their luck, humans are too shy to ask them why they smell like chemists and look like bad-colored actors. As a zombie, the humans didn't realize them. Their attitude, behavior and look was totally like humans. But the fine vampire nose can't be misled. In the moment Fino tried to cut the head of the closest, the undead winced and begged him to didn't do it. Totally perplexed, Fino go a few steps backward and say no word. Both vampires saw and slaughtered many zombies, but no dead walker was able to talk. Usually the corpse scream, cry and sound like animals. Never they saw any kind of intelligent except a few talking heads. After the group of dead come not closer than 5 meters to Stonehenge, they stopped and stand in a circle. One of the zombies come a few steps forward and starts to speak. "We won't die," he screams in the round. Sam answered at once with, "But you are dead, and why you can speak?" The leader comes slowly closer and explain that they didn't know it exactly. He has only a theory and no confirmation for it. Sam and Fino want to hear the theory, and so the zombie began to tell. "Who you know, the undead are not very smart. The reason is maybe that these zombies were normal humans before." "And what's the different about you?" asked Sam. "We all have a brain damage. I have Alzheimer. Other group members were stupid like a brick since the birth. Many of us had an accident, or madness, or another mental disease. After we died, the spell wake up us, and we come back to life. But this time all was different. We weren't stupid and able to think normally. We leave our normal environment and start a new life. We all have of course the hunger, but nobody of us kill a human. We wait after a person died, and then we eat as much as we can. We know that's disgusting, but we get the information that your food is also unusual. We hope you understand our situation." Sam and Fino shake their head for a yes. "Nobody of us killed ever a human. We live like normal humans. But you aren't normal people. We know that, but we also didn't want to die. If you have success with the ban spell, our life ends. Please give us a chance. We deserve a second chance, or—" "Yes, you deserve it," answered Sam. "But now your time is up. Get satisfied in the short time you have, we continue. Don't try to stop us or we'll kill all of you. You know obviously how good we are. Could you give us a little bit more time?" "How much?" "Only a few decades." "Forget it." "Why? How long do you believe that you can hide?" "You rotten every day and a little bit more. and in a few weeks you will be stinking like hell. Okay, at the moment you smell only like a chemist. We smell only formaldehyde, but that can't conserve you forever. After a very short time, your skin crack, your hair fall out, and everybody can see you are a zombie. Okay, you are right, the leader zombie confesses. It is possible to get another day to call our simula to say goodbye. The vampires have nothing against that. Sam and Fino shifted the ceremony for 24 hours. After all, smart zombies said goodbye to their families. They come back to Stonehenge to be present at the ban. They stand in a circle form around the stone circle and watched Fino and Sam's ceremony. At first Sam filled the 7 liters of royal blood into the clay vessel. To the blood they added the kilometers of spider silk. With carbon they draw 7 pentagrams in a circle form on the ground and in the middle a cross. The pentagrams were completed with the diamonds. On every star top and cross line they lay 1 diamond. The long line of the cross gets in the same distance 6 diamonds, and the ends of the vertical cross lines get the last 2 stones. 7 of the 12 zombie brains they lay in the middle of every pentagram. The last 5 brains build a pentagon around the cross. After Sam and Fino share out the brains and wasted their used gloves, they throw the fresh rose petals in the vessel. The mother milk was equally shared over the zombie brains, and the hair thrown in the wind to symbolize innocence and transience. Why they have to do this? They don't know, and no exploration stands in Merlin's book. At the end they have to take the tears into the vessel to start the ban. After the tears were added, nothing happened. No bang, no fire, no lights. In basic, nothing happened. Sam looks again into the book, but they do all right. Fino asked him why they don't say a few spells. Sam explains him that's only in movies for the idiots and a better sound. The speech of spells is for the audience and for the entertainment. Obviously, they do all correct, and now they have only to wait. After exactly 99 minutes, the spell work and the zombies around Stonehenge fall to the ground and were finally dead. Out of the bodies flows green fog in the direction of the diamonds. The colorless stones dyeing themselves slowly to green. 7 hours later after the start, hardly fog fly to the area. The boys have not much time anymore until the sun rises. If the spell didn't be banned totally before the first sun ray lightening the blaze, all will be for nothing. The stones would be solved and the spell gets free. Only a few minutes take apart the boys from a disaster. Sam and Fino sweat a little bit and begin to panic. They wait with fear in their eyes that the diamonds glow blue for a few seconds, like it was written in Merlin's book. After that happened, the spell is banned and the diamonds are dark green. The sunrise was now only a few minutes far, and Fino wants to begin to collect the stones into the clay vessel. Sam asked him to wait a few seconds, because a last cloud of green fog flies in their direction. After the little cloud disappears in the diamonds, the stones began to glow blue for 20 seconds. After they turned to green, the vampires have only 12 seconds to collect all to save the day. Only with their supernatural power they were able to do this. In the moment the sun lightening Stonehenge, Sam closed the vessel with a silicone bonded clay cover. To seal it, he locked the vessel with liquid copper. After the copper was cooled, Fino secured it with blister protection and put it into the golden box. Instead of sand, the bloodsucker used cement to protect it against breaking. The cement needs a few hours to get hard. The vampire used the time to drink a package of blood. After the cement gets hard, they closed it with the golden cover and locked it by welding with stainless steel. At the end, they protected the gold for curious eyes with liquid tin and to protect it for corrosion. Obviously, they didn't know that gold didn't be corrosive, but that doesn't matter. After they were finished, suddenly Merlin appears as a ghost or a hologram. He congratulates for the successful ban spell and offered them to be human again. It was an offer, they have to think about it. There were a lot of advantages to be a vampire. The supernatural power and to be immortal was a great advantage. But at the end, they decided to be human for a simple reason. They want finally fucking. What should I say about that? Maybe typical man? After Merlin disappeared, they can feel a heartbeat. They want to bring the golden box into the secret hall. Sam remembers at first that this wasn't now possible anymore. They weren't undead now. But which place could be safe enough for it? Over their vampire contacts, they were able to shoot it into the space. In the great vacuum, with a course out of the sun system, nobody should ever open it again. After 5 years of drifting, the box should leave the solar system, and the mankind should never see it again. To be sure, they added the box with warning and an exploration in many languages and pictograms should it be found again. After it was done, Sam and Fino look for brides and could finally dirt their beds. The rest you are totally able to image.